you to be a successful community leader?
I think that that's a very good question, and honestly, I believe that it's knowing, I agree with Camille, knowing wherever you are, be there. Knowing who you are and having goals. When you give to others, you get back so much more. Having goals as far as building a business, it's all about what is driving you to build that business.
I think it's critically important as a community leader to be able to listen. Listen for what people are saying, and listen for what they're not saying, but what they're feeling. And I know that sounds a little confusing, but not everybody feels comfortable speaking out. But if you just sit and take the time to talk with somebody, you'd be surprised what you can learn about them just by listening. And a lot of us community leaders like to talk a lot, like to tell people stuff. But I strongly believe listening is a key component to really understanding what people think, what people feel, what people need.
Successful traits, I believe, first starts with meeting people where they are. I have very strong passion about protecting Earth and the environment and animals, including roosters, if you know me well. But understanding that we are all in different places in our life's path and journey, understanding that we all have different knowledge is, I think, the key to helping people understand where I'm coming from and then seeing where they're coming from and meeting halfway. Having an open heart and an open mind, respecting other people's views. These are all things that I think we all can continue to practice and hone.
Great question. Well, first, our biggest target is to helping everyone to understand that Catholic in Latin means universal. That means all are welcome through our doors. So we don't target. I think that's the most important part of it all. If someone has a need and we can help that person, we're going to do it. And if we cannot, we're going to connect with one of our community partners, one of our experts in the community to help get them to this resource that they need. And on top of it, sometimes we're all working in tandem. A lot of times, people don't realize how collaborative Ashtabula County is, and it's amazing. Whenever I go to a conference outside of the county, a lot of people actually make the comment, what are you guys doing up in Ashtabula County? Because you got something going on. So I can't take credit for that. I have to say a lot of the people in the room make this happen. And as far as when we're saying who we're trying to touch, it's anybody that needs to talk. And it starts right there. So I appreciate that question.
Okay, so I made a big transition recently. I was previously the executive director for leadership at Ashtabula County. It was a nonprofit organization that targets adults and youth and really anyone who's interested in becoming more familiar with and engaged in our community, because a true community works together, recognizing each other's strengths and weaknesses and where areas need resources, where maybe you have extra resources. It's all about working together. I left leadership at the end of the year to take a position with the city of Ashtabula. Because I saw an opportunity to best use my strengths as an individual to help our community in a different way through implementation of local government. So if you guys are interested in government or political science, I encourage you guys to get involved in your community, no matter what that looks like. There's always an opportunity to serve, and there's always an opportunity to volunteer with what you like to do and what you're good at. But it's all about connecting with each other. So your students, your teachers, all of us out here today, I encourage you guys, come up, talk to us. We'll talk to you before the end of the day.
Seeing everyone here, because I could pick everyone here in some way or form. I think my community connection, which I would say is to expand, and because I have a good connection with most people here, I'd like to expand on inclusion and to meet someone new and to get to know them, and so that is Councilman. Picture Mike.
Thank you. I'm gonna do something that's a little different. Everybody's not gonna like it, but that's what a leader does. Sometimes does what's important to them in their heart, right? And not what everybody else might agree with. So I'm gonna connect to women of color in the room. Not trying to be exclusive now. Women of color. You mind identifying yourself? Any women of color up here? One, the other one? Yeah. So while we are all connected, here's one more down to Ms. Dahlberg. Yeah. And again, I'm not intending to be exclusive at all. But it's one thing to be connected by being women, and that's a fabulous thing. Girl power is strong. And there's something else to be a woman of color, because our experiences are a little different. And so I salute the women of color who can stand in these spaces as women, but also have our own unique experiences while building community with people across difference. Oftentimes in these spaces, we're a part of it, but not a part of it. And we tend to get lost. I'm sure a lot of you young people feel lost in your school community. Some people do. But I advocate, reach out, make connections with people who are like you, so you can build strength and community with them and keep showing up in places that feel uncomfortable, while also building relationships across campus. So doing both, I think, is really.
And challenges are coming our way and are here right now, so I appreciate them very much. And I guess I'll turn it to Linda, because it's been nice to know you over the years, and you invited me once to a Seder, if you remember. And so I'm going to introduce Linda.
Thank you. And we worked together through the Zonta Cult of Ashtabula also for many years, so thank you. And I will connect with Camille, because many years ago we talked. We were just having coffee and started talking about all the things that she could offer to our students in after-school discovery. So she developed many programs and taught many programs, and she's still doing it, and I so appreciate it. We have our new Earth Advocates in intermediate school that are learning new ways to protect the earth, and we have to keep growing that way and planting the seeds in our students.
Thank you, Linda. Oh my gosh, so many of you. Let me see. I'm going to make this interesting. Okay, thank you. I'm going to come to Liz. Sorry, Liz. During one of my very first board meetings with Ashtabula Area City Schools, my company, Kids for Positive Change, was presenting their last plastic straw campaign. And some of your brilliant faces here, I believe, were 4th and 5th grade students when we did this campaign. And I will never forget, Liz came up to me at the end of the meeting, introduced herself, and as much as she was advocating for her organization and amplifying voices there, she cut me a check for $100 to support my mission. And at the time, I was just starting out, and I was really struggling. And that $100 not only helped me progress, but it really validated what I was doing for the community. And I'm so happy to see you today, Liz. It's been so long. So I want to acknowledge that I appreciate you and thank you.
Our organization, the NAACP, we connect to every single person standing here in one way or the other. We connect to the community because we are a civil rights advocacy group. There is just so much that we are involved in our county, our city, and our state that people don't even know that what we've done. we have resolutions that on our fracking here in Ashtabula, all the way down in Washington. There's a lot of things that we do. I connect with the schools, I connect with the community. And one of the things, we're sitting here talking about how we all get along real well. But sometimes we work with people that we might not be on the same page. We might not agree with what they have to say or their philosophies, but we work together. And I just want to show that sometimes differences can pull you together. So I'm going to do this.
Go ahead and say your name.
Hi, I'm Junaya Tompkins.
Okay, and then what are you all part of? Are you part of the leadership group?
Yes, I'm a part of our senior leadership.
Okay, can you explain that group a
Senior
little bit?
leadership is only for seniors, and it's kind of like a leadership group, and you basically do community service to get hours, and basically to help the community.
And this is the first year of this event, right?
Yes, it's our first year of us doing this event.
Can you tell me why these type of events are so important in our community, you think, and especially for women?
I think these type of events are very important to our community is because in this society nowadays it's men this, men that, and it's more men, men, men. But this event is more so about women. It's showing what women can actually do for our country and what they can do for our society.
And how inspiring to you personally are events like this?
I love this. I enjoy this because I want to do something like this.
Yeah, and be like a leader, right?
Yes.
Like, and seeing all those connections, for me,
Yes.
that was like a big thing.
Me
Knowing that
too.
all these people in our Ashtabula community, are connected in some ways.
Yes.
Is there anything else you would like to tell people maybe about next year if they want to be involved in this event?
I think just honestly try to reach out. Just reach out.
Yeah.